This Thursday, you can take part in the 6th season of History Happy Hour by the Jonesborough Heritage Alliance. Ann Mason, the Executive Director of the Heritage Alliance, is here to get us ready for this History Happy Hour and many more coming up the rest of this year. Good morning, Ann.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having me.
I love the concept of this. And this 6 years y'all have been doing this. Does it seem like it's been that long?
No, just because they're a lot of fun. And like every season we learn so many new things. That's what's so cool about the program.
So you got the first one coming up this week. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so the first one is this week. The March one's a little different this year because the past 2 years we've done a variation of virtual and in person and hybrid with the pandemic. Our speaker for this week, he's an alumni of Langston High School here in Johnson City. He was the class that integrated his senior year. So he graduated from Science Hill, but he went to Langston before that. His name's Mr. Charles Crowe. He's had like a huge career. He's worked for the Department of Energy for the federal government. And he's going to be sharing his stories of growing up here in Johnson City and going to Langston and what it was like to be that like senior class that integrated at Science Hill. So they're called like the lost class of Langston High School because they the ones who transferred out that final year of high school. So he's going to be sharing stories of what that change was like, like a really pivotal moment of any like young adult's life. This one's going to be virtual because he's not local anymore. So we're going to be doing it via Zoom. But after the March one, we are back in person at the Chester Inn Museum, and it'll be the third Thursday of the month at 6:30.
And I know you all are excited to get these back in person.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we did a few in person last year. We even changed up the venue a few times. But it's good to get back into our boardroom space in the Chester Inn because we haven't been there since 2019. So it's good to get back in there.
Now these History Happy Hours, is there interaction between the speakers, and is there time for questions and answers? Is it some back and forth there?
Yeah, definitely. Even when we're online, we encourage them to ask questions, to talk with the guests. So yeah, there's always time. Usually the speaker will, share their knowledge about whatever topic, and then there'll be time for questions at the end. But some of them like it more like a conversation style. So it really just depends. And
talk to me about some of the speakers you got coming up, maybe in the next couple of months.
Yeah, so for the season, we got, again, a wide variety of topics. We have a professor from Tusculum who's talking about Shaker dance and what that meant to the Shaker community. We've got like private collectors, one who has a big collection of Victorian mourning items, another one who has a really large collection for Thomas Edison, and he's bringing some of that in about like Thomas Edison and his work with sound. We've got a traditional woodworker who's going to be showing us how to make spoons, like hand-carved spoons. So, I mean, you never know what you're going to learn at History Happy Hour.
I started to say, because you're covering a lot of different genres of subjects and just topics.
We usually our themes are more like, regional based, but sometimes they go out too, which is great because anything you can apply down to the local level in some form or fashion.
And you have a great pool of people to pull from. I think there's really a lot of talent just in our region here locally before you even have to think about it.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like every one of these speakers, local, whether they lived here, whether they teach here now, whether they they practice their craft here. So we don't have to look further than our own backyard, and that's great for people to see too, just the talent that's in this area and the knowledge that's in this area that you might not necessarily get by going to a museum because that's not their topic, but someone here knows about it and they're happy to talk to you about it.
And where did the name History Happy Hour originate from?
Yeah, so part of it is the time of day it takes place around 6:30, so that's traditional happy hour time. But also history just really makes us happy. And this series makes us happy, just like the wide variety of topics. So we love sharing it with the public.
And I think a lot of folks, we take it for granted, but we live in an area that, very historical area, so much to glean from.
There's always something to learn.
All right, Ann Mason, thank you so much. Having fun while learning.
Yes.
It's the best way to do it. It's History Happy Hour. It's happening. The first one is this Thursday, March 10th. It's going to be via Zoom for this first one. Then after that, it's going to be in person. But we got a website right there for you to check out for more information.